For hole 1, you're going to be playing with your Thor's hammer. If you have a level 5 or more, you're going to be starting at the +6 yard mark. You're going to do 5 top spin with 1 right spin, and then aim your ball guide down the middle between the 2 sand bunkers. Again, you're going to want to be at the +6 yard mark with a Thor 5 and greater. You're then going to over adjust your shot with a +5% at max distance. So an over adjustment of 5% elevation at maximum distance of your club, and give a little bit of baby right curl. Since I was short on my drive, this put me in max distance of my horizon. This shot is actually being played very well with a horizon. Fenzel has hit this shot many times. Go to his walkthrough to see how he is actually doing it as well. You do want to do about 6 top spin with 2 left spin. Here I had to go further because I was at max distance of my club. So I played this at max distance with a -10% elevation. And since I went into overpower, I did a tad bit of overpower, but I just came into the left hand side. So again, make sure you don't under adjust on your drive, because it can put you in a disadvantage on the second shot. So again, Fenzel's link is in the description below if you want to see this shot on his walkthrough. Just click the link down below. For hole 2, we're playing with a quarterback and kingmaker. You're going to do 1 backspin with 1 left spin. You will then be on the rough to where your ball guide is going to be just to the right of the cup. So your offset is going to be just to the right of the cup, and your new ring is going to be basically along the line of the rough line. You will then push up until you see your ball guide basically straighten out. So right there. After that happens, you're going to adjust your shot at 0% elevation at min distance of your quarterback. So you can use whatever quarterback you are using, use it at min distance. So again, we are playing this at 0% min distance and a slight 1201 pull. For hole 3, if you have a Thor 7, I really suggest you use it. You're also going to be using a Zerk. If you don't have a Thor 7, use your big topper. You're going to do basically full top spin, max overpower, and just blast it down the fairway. If you do not have a Thor 7 and you only have a big topper, bring your big dog or your Kata for the second shot. But those of us with the Thor 7, for the second shot, we're going to be using our sniper. For the second shot, I just like to go straight over the middle. You're either going to be using 2 to 3 backspin depending on where you are in your club. Just make sure that that second bounce is just past the sand line, so it bounces on that little patch of fairway. So here I had 3 backspin, but it was too much, so I went down to 2 backspin. So that second bounce, you want to make sure it's on the fairway, just pointing at the hole. I adjust my shot with a +10% over adjustment at the slider of my club. So here I played at mid distance with a +10% over adjustment of my shot. This puts you for either a easy chip or an easy putt. I have yet to make the hole-in-one. I am trying to work on it to where that third bounce actually hops into that hole, but it's basically a very safe eagle. For hole 4, with your APOC 4 or greater, if you have an APOC 4, you're going to be using 5 top spin with 1 right spin. If you have an APOC 5 or 6, you're going to be using 4 top spin with 1 right spin. You're going to be just off of that sand bunker, and then you're going to over adjust your shot with a +10% over adjustment at maximum distance of your club. At the end of this video, I do have slider percentages for you for the second shot. For the second shot, we are using a 0% elevation at the slider of your club with a no spin sniper shot. Your offset is going to be just above the hole, going through the hole. So your red ring will either be touching the bunker or just above the bunker. So again, just keep that in mind, that your red ring is going to be close to that bunker and your ball guide is going to be going through the hole just to the left of the pin. So again, if your yardage number is not on the chart, do 2.5% per yard of the last number that you see on the chart. The replay showed overpower, but I did not use any overpower. It is a replay glitch. For hole 5, no matter what quarterback you are using, you're going to be using a plus 5% elevation at 20% slider. So no matter what quarterback you're using, it's going to be plus 5% at 20% slider. You're going to be doing 1 backspin and 0.5 left spin. So again, 1 backspin with 0.5 left spin. Your new ring is basically going to be off the rough line, and your yellow ring is just going to be in just over the rough line. You're going to be having your ball guide going to the hole, and then you're going to adjust your shot at plus 5% at 20% slider. For hole 6, we are doing the quarterback hook. Now we know with a 5.5 wind that your white ring is going to be touching the rough. Now anything lower, you're going to be going into the rough just a tad, and anything higher, you're going to be just off the rough. And then you're going to count your rings to 22 rings. So here I counted 22 rings. You're going to do 2 left spin with almost 3 top spin, and your curl is going to be just outside the triangle. The higher the wind, back off the top spin. So if you get anything in the 6s, do about 2.6 to 2.7 top spin. Again, with 2 left spin. This sets you up for a great second shot, Goliath rough bump. Here I played at 84% slider at 0% elevation, and there is a chart at the end of this clip. If your yardage number is not on the chart, do 2% per yard from the last number on the chart. We've noticed with this shot that your red ring is going to be just over the rough line, and your ball guide is going to be onto the right edge of the cup. So again, make sure your red ring is just over the rough and your ball guide is going to the right edge of the cup. I do have a separate video for hole 7 if you want more of a breakdown, but if you do have a Thor 5 or plus, you're going to do max right spin with 5 top spin. Here I did more, but this was just learning the shot. So you do want to do about 5 top spin and max right spin. 6 isn't going to kill you, but you risk going long with a more of a tailwind. You're going to have your red ring by the rough, and you're going to over adjust your shot with a plus 20% over adjustment. And then you're going to do about a half a ball of curl. If your wind angle is more of a cross, I would do the 6 top spin, and if it's more of a tail, I would back off to 5 top spin. We are trying to get into a min grizzly to a mid grizzly range on the second shot. So here on the second shot, I believe I played this at 25% slider of my club, at 25% slider of my club at a plus 20% elevation. So your second shot is going to play at a plus 20 at the slider of your club. You're going to do 5.5 backspin with 2 bars of right spin, and then you're going to have your ball guide going basically on that funnel. So here is the funnel just on top, and then you're going to adjust your shot. For hole 8, Fenzel has the lineup position for a quarterback 8. For quarterback 10, we're going to be doing 1 bar of left spin with about 1.8 backspin. It does come in really hot. I am still trying to work on this shot a little bit more as I have not hit it consistently. It is coming way too hot and bouncing off the pin. Here it actually nailed the pin dead center and it actually went in. So this is still a shot that is being worked on, but we are playing this at minus 10% elevation at min distance of our club. So again, it's going to be minus 10% at min distance of our club. I have tried this shot with wind balls as well, and it almost seems like we do need the wind with a power 3 ball. Because it comes into the right every time that I've used the wind ball. So I'm still trying to work on the shot, and hopefully we'll get it dialed in for you guys, and I will get an update soon. For hole 9, if you do not have a Thor 7, you're going to use a cat or a big dog for your second shot if you have a big topper. If you have a Thor 7, you're basically going to just do full top spin and aim it down the middle. You're going to do a plus 15% over adjustment and then push up 4 rings. I think you can actually push it to max push up, or basically 5 rings, as I did have room to play with. But anything, I would say over 8 miles an hour, if we do get a wind over 8 miles an hour, I would only do 4 rings of push up. But here, play with it. I do think you can actually push up to max on this shot. With the Thor 7, we're able to get down there farther so we can actually use our sniper. So here I am almost getting to getting the adjustment for this. We are playing with a plus 5% over adjustment of our shot. I shouldn't have used any right spin, and I'm actually thinking of using left spin next time. I did see an opponent make this shot using left spin. We want that second bounce to be just before the edge of the rough line, and then you're going to over adjust your shot with a plus 5% over adjustment at max distance. Do not push up any rings, otherwise you risk missing the rough altogether. So again, do your best on this shot. Sometimes the spin is going to vary anywhere between 4 top spin and max top spin. So again, you're going to be playing this shot with a plus 5% elevation on your second shot. So again, guys, updates throughout the week as soon as we get them. The link to the notes is in the description below. You all have a great day, and remember to hit perfect, and good luck this week.